Hey there. Have you heard about the Marine Census Project?
The what?
The Marine Census Project.
I totally do not know what you are talking about. As usual.
Do you even know what a census is? I assume you know what an ocean is, at least.
Ocean, yes. Census. Maybe not so much. I mean, I know the United States just did a census to count all the people and catalog how many lived in which areas. Is that what you are talking about?
Somewhat. So if that is a census of people, what might an ocean census be?
I guess it must mean counting organisms that live in the ocean and then documenting where they were found. That must have been really hard to do. Most organisms do not just stay in one place to be counted, do they? How was the census even possible?
Good point. Well, as I understand it, thousands of science explorers from around 80 different countries collaborated on the project for 10 years. Starting in the year 2000. They made a report of their current findings in October of 2010, but the project is ongoing. There have already been 540 expeditions. Over 3 million observations were documented. Over 120,000 species have been catalogued so far.
Wow! That is a lot. So what did they do with all that information? And what did they learn? It must have cost a lot of money to do the project.
You are right. I think $650 million is what the Marine Census Project has cost so far. But the information gained is priceless.
Why do we even need to know this information? That is a lot of money to spend, so it better be worth it.
It most certainly is. As you know, if you have been paying attention in class, all life on Earth depends on what happens in the oceans. We may not realize this when we think of how vast the oceans are. But we need to start thinking about it. You know, we are all responsible for the oceans. We need to take better care of our oceans. We need to think of oceans as a huge global ocean that everyone in the world needs to protect.
What do you mean one huge global ocean? I thought there were several oceans.
Well, there are several areas that have names like the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Look at a globe. Notice that oceans are all connected as one huge body of water. You can travel completely around the world on water because oceans are linked to one another.
I never really thought of it that way. It makes a lot of sense. So how much of the Earth is covered by ocean? Do you know?
In fact, I do. Almost 71% of the Earth is covered by ocean. Different parts are given different names.
So tell me why the ocean is so important to all organisms. Don't you mean the ocean is important just for those things that live in the ocean?
No. That is far from the truth. All living things, regardless of whether they live on the land or in the ocean, depend on the ocean. Organisms in the ocean provide us with half of our oxygen. Organisms from the ocean provide a lot of the food for our hungry planet. The ocean even regulates Earth's climate. Although we live on the land, we are all citizens of the ocean and we must protect it at all cost.
So, please tell me what the researchers are going to do with all the data and information they have collected.
All of the information is added to a database. The database is called the Ocean Biographic Information System. This database is very important because it gives scientists a baseline to measure any changes that occur. The health of our planet depends on the health of our oceans. It is like going to the doctor for a checkup. The doctor records your data so that when you come in for a future visit, the doctor can evaluate any changes for better or worse. The doctor can only evaluate your health if there is a baseline to compare any changes to. The scientists can only evaluate the health of the planet if there is a baseline to compare it to.
I get it. It is kind of like having a control group in an experiment so you have something to compare any changes to.
You got it. Right on. Hey, you are smarter than you look.
Thanks a lot, I think. So what were some of the most important findings of the Marine Census Project?
Well, the researchers found out that ocean life is a lot richer than they expected.
I would say so. That is an awful lot of money they spent.
I don't mean richer in that sense. I mean that the researchers discovered a more complete picture of ocean diversity.
So why does the project continue after 10 years if the database is already so extensive?
There is still a lot that is not known and a lot more to learn about that which is already known.
Like what?
The database already includes the names and ranges of known species. It delineates the vast areas of ocean that have already been explored along with areas that have yet to be explored. It also suggests that there are at least 750,000 species yet to be discovered. There are still years of work to be done. The project should never really end.
That is so cool. I think I want to be an oceanographer when I grow up. This research is too exciting to pass up, and it will still be going on when I am ready to make my contributions.
Well, you are off to a great start. You are already a great STEM student.
Why, thank you.
For more information, check out the Census of Marine Life website at www.coml.org.
Okay. I will do just that.